Hey, how's it going? It's Rocky. Welcome to the Diaries of an Average Futures Trader. And if you're in the US, hope you had a great 4th of July celebration yesterday. For me, I did have a good time with family and friends and had a little bit too much Hefeweizen. So today was actually a bit of a bumpy start. This is how we did for the day. For the Q3, we started a little slow at negative $1,530.26. A lot of that was due to my swing. So with my swing, we were down $2,000, but that's okay because PL Open is still positive and actually added a few more contracts during the dip. And of course, I used the YM as my hedge. And with two trades, we were able to get $515. And I'll go through exactly how I got that on my trade. So if you new to my channel or if you haven't subscribed before and you're curious about the more technical aspects of how I go in and out of my trades, please do enable the notification bell because I try to do this 15 minutes after the US market close. So really quickly on my views on, not my views, but what happened in the market today. So it's always tricky after a long holiday weekend on which direction it would go. However, it dipped today mostly because the FOMC minutes were released where you can go into more details on what the participants in the feds are thinking of, right? And the consensus there is there's going to be more increase to the interest rates in the upcoming FOMC meetings. At least that's where they're leaning towards. Of course, a lot questioned the pause in June, but a lot of that just made it more jittery for the market with all index red for the day. And of course, from the EU and Asia hours, a lot more doom and gloom that's occurring there. Hence why a lot of people are feeling this way. But anyway, let's just go through my trade for today. I just want to give you one example. As I mentioned, it is July 5th, Wednesday. It's 1:17. And if you're new to my content, normally I do trade with two charts. And why I enter and exit, that's, it's all free. I have no course, no chat rooms, don't plan to sell anything. The only thing is I do get some ad revenue from YouTube due to your time and watching the content. So I hope you do find value in what I do show. Essentially on the left, it's a 5-minute time chart. So each candlestick is 5 minutes. And on the right is Heikin-Ashi, where each candlestick is, the right is a tick chart. And I'm using Heikin-Ashi just because it helped me see the pattern where the width of each candlestick is 512 trades. So basically, zoom out a little bit on the day, and essentially, let me get rid of some of these white lines that I had drawn. Okay, so the yellow line that you do see here on the top is the close from not just yesterday, but the day before due to 4th of July. And that was at 34,637. And as you can see here, there's a lot of dip during the EU hours. And then it popped up right when the US opened. But of course, it dipped again right after that. This corresponds around the time when the FOMC article came out. So it's always important to know all of those things that are occurring when you are trading. And unfortunately, I was just not ready to wake up early today. Other than a trade last night during the Globex when I was awake, I did not wake up early enough for the US hours. I didn't want to force it when I wasn't fully focused. It wasn't until the power hour that I did make a trade. So I'll zoom into the charts for the power hour here. And give me some feedback on the zoom if you can see the charts clearly enough from this. So I'm not gonna, you know what, I'll still try to zoom. On the time base, I did short, and the reason for that is on the time base, I'll zoom into the indicator and the time base here. You can see crossover had occurred and we were on the oversold side. And then I'll go to the tick base to the right, and I'll go to the indicator to show you that it's the same thing. MACD had crossed over, so bearish, and we were more or less on the oversold side. And now I'll go to the chart itself. So Really, that's the reason why we entered two at 517 and another two at 527. So that actually gave us an average of 522. So I'll draw that line just so we can see exactly where that is. There you go. And I'll zoom in a little bit more on this. So you can, and let me just bring that up. Okay, so you can see from this trade, it was a tricky entry. You can see it go up a little bit. I was underwater for a little bit, but I added more because I saw the signs that it was pretty bearish. And thankfully with this trade, we were able to exit at 34,500. So I'll bring the calculator here just to calculate exactly how we did. So we shorted at 32,522. So that's the average of those 4 contracts. And we covered at 34,525. So there's I did not do that right. My bad. So I did short at 34,522. See what I mean? That's why I didn't really trade too much. Not quite ready yet. And we covered at 34,525. Total of 21.75 points. And then I did trade 4 YMs, where for 1 point for one contract is $5. So we'll multiply this by 20. So that's how we got 435 on this one trade that started from 1245 and ended at about 102. And that gave us a gross profit of $515 for the day. So quite happy with that. Anyway, just wanted to share the one trade or rather 2 trades that I did today. Another one got us to 515, a quick one that I did last night. And hope you enjoyed my content. I'll see you again on the next live content. If you are curious about my in and outs and examples of trades, and also my thoughts on the market. And if you've been following my content, you know that every Friday I do release my account statement just to show you the transparency on how I did for the week. Again, it's a short week. Have good trading, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining my content. All right, have a good one.